really belligerent. You lost my fucking card. I'm gonna fuck you up if you don't find my fucking card. What grown woman in her right mind gonna do that? Where they do that at?
No one else around. Got me taking a step on the wild side, cutting all ties with the other guy.
Hey you guys, it's Taylor. Please don't get a boner. If you are new to my channel, welcome to my channel. I am Taylor. Make sure you subscribe down below. Click the little bell for notifications on when I post. If you are returning back, welcome back, Loner Gang. If you guys couldn't notice, I created myself a green screen. Okay? Okay. So you guys couldn't tell by the title of this video, I'm going to tell you guys the story of my worst trip ever. So if you are interested in knowing what happened on this trip, keep watching. Okay, you guys, so let me just start this story off by saying if I'm not traveling with the people in my close circle, which from half the times I haven't, I'm traveling alone because I don't need anybody messing up my positive energy, my positive aura, okay? Because I ain't got time for that. All right, second, when I was talking to my so-called friend about going to New York, she offered herself to go. And this is her exact words. Oh, I don't want you going to New York by yourself. I'm going to just come with you. Remind you, I've known her before I even started high school. We were in middle school together. And from middle school all the way up until 2018, we've known each other. I graduated high school 2015. So if you do the math, that's over 6 years. That's over 7 years. That's a few years in there, okay? So she offered herself to come. When she offered herself to come along with me, I already had my bus trip there and back paid for. I already had my Airbnb for the weekend, the days I was staying, all the way up until the time I was supposed to be leaving to get on the bus, paid for. I already planned on spending money on Uber to get to Airbnb and then money for Uber to get to the photo shoot and then back. That was already planned to be paid for. Then I already had plans to just sit in the house with the Airbnb and eat Uber Eats all day. That was my plan because it was a business trip. I'm not there to sightsee. I don't want to go in Times Square, especially if I'm not really, you know, there to do that. I was there to do this photo shoot. That was on my mind. That was my intentions. Nothing more, nothing less, right? So remind you, when we were there, I paid for all the Ubers except one because I made her pay for one. She was being real cheap about it. And when I tell y'all everything that just about to go down, y'all gonna be pissed that she was being cheap about it too. Okay? Okay. So I'm moving the story kind of fast. I'm not going into too many details because the part that I want to go gravely into detail is the end of the friendship, because that was the end of the line for me. So she wanted to remind you, I had planned to stay in the house, chill, order Uber Eats when I was hungry, watch TV, and finish the project that I was supposed to be doing, which was my wigs. Because at the time I wasn't selling hair, it was just wigs. That was my plan. So she was like, oh, I want to go to a restaurant. And I'm like, a restaurant? Like, y'all should have saw my face. It was like on some Soulja Boy type stuff. Like, I'm not here to go to a restaurant. I'm not here to go to Times Square. I'm here to sit in this Airbnb until it's time for the photo shoot. Then after the photo shoot, I could do whatever I want. Because it was like, I only wanted to do the photo shoot. I paid for the Uber to get to the restaurant. When it was time to pay for the bill, I was like, look, I didn't order a whole lot of stuff. You did. I'm not paying for your food, right? So she was like, well, I didn't want you to pay for my food anyway. I don't need you to, this, that, and the third. So if you don't need me to pay for your food and you a grown woman, all this other stuff, remind you, me and her the same age. She just older than me by a few months. God, fix it. Because not Jesus, God, just fix it. Because I couldn't at that moment. So it was, I was tired of paying for Ubers all the time. So I said, you gonna pay for this Uber? You wanna know what we wound up doing? We wound up walking closer to the Airbnb and then catching Uber. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. But yeah, we had to walk a few blocks down to catch a cheaper price for the Uber. What grown woman in her right mind gonna do that? Where they do that at? Anyway, so that wasn't even the tip of the iceberg. Remind you, when friends go to photo shoots with their friends, they support them, they help them, they encourage them. So I was down there and I was kind of nervous. And I confided her as a friend and said, yeah, I'm nervous. Like, because I've never shot with this photographer. Granted, I knew who he was. I knew of him because I knew some people personally that shot with him. But at the same time, it was like, I never shot with him. So it's different. You feel me? And she's supposedly supposed to be a model too. So I'm thinking she understands this. You want to know what this girl had? I'm not even going to call her a woman because she acted like an immature girl. She had the audacity to say, oh, you shouldn't be nervous. Excuse me? Excuse me? Then, you know how friends help at photo shoot? She didn't even offer. She just sat there on her phone the whole time. And then got on the phone with one of her friends. So, we about to get to the tip of the iceberg because it's about to go down. The last day, I talked to the Airbnb owner. He said, because remind you, I had paid for Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday morning going into afternoon kind of sort of. So I didn't pay for Sunday night because my bus left Sunday afternoon. So there was no point in me paying for Sunday night if I'm not being there Sunday night. But she wasn't supposed to leave until Monday morning. So she was supposed to pay for Sunday night, right? Sunday morning, the guy that owned the Airbnb has said, hey, I don't mind if you keep your bags in there, but I have some realtor people coming to straighten up and show the place to some people. And I said, okay, we'll be out of your hair before they come. Or even if we're not, we'll just help them set up. I already told her about it. She already knew. That morning, I woke up, took my shower. I was still half asleep because it was like early. And if y'all haven't noticed by now, I'm more of a night person, okay? I will be up all night and then sleep during the day. I'm not a morning person at all, unless I need to be, okay? Okay, so I took my shower. I'm still half asleep. She's in the shower. Evidently, she just came on her period. And me being a good friend, when she asked, can you go to the store that's down the street and get me some, I think she said panty liners and tampons? I said, are you sure? Because I just woke up. I'm not really that aware right now. I said, are you sure you want me to take your card, go to the store and buy this for you instead of you going before you get in the shower? She said, I'm sure, I trust you. I said, are you positive? Like when I'm tired or when I'm sleepy or when I'm just unsure about something, I will ask you a million times, are you sure? So she said, I'm sure, I trust you. Go ahead to the store. Okay, so I went to the store, realized on the first trip back that I lost her card, right? So I didn't tell her when I first came back in the house. I told her after she sent me back out and I had came back and realized I couldn't find her card at all. And I said, yeah, I lost your card. I'm so sorry. We could catch an Uber to go to the bank. When she left out, she was very calm about it. By the time she got back, the realtors that was supposed to be coming to show people the house that we were in had already came, so I was helping them set up. She came in really belligerent. You lost my fucking card. I'm gonna fuck you up if you don't find my fucking card. I'm a grown woman. You lost my... And she was just cussing up a storm. She didn't call me a bad friend. She said I'm a terrible person because I guess it was because I wasn't crying. Why would I cry about losing your card? Yeah, I'm sorry, but I ain't no, I ain't finna cry about your card. Like, acting like the Pope died. I'm not even gonna cry if the Pope died. I don't know the Pope personally. Anyway, so she started saying, I'm gonna fuck you up if you don't find my fucking card. What pissed me off the most though about this situation and about the whole trip overall, she had me paying for everything and then she blurted out, I just lost $5,000. So you had me paying for this stuff and you was complaining about how much the Uber was when you had $5,000 on your card. So it was just like a smack in the face because it was like you had all that money on your card and in your bank account, but you had me paying for everything, like as if you were broke. So it was just like, and then she tried to call me a bad friend. So I was like, oh, so since I'm a bad friend, even though I was paying for everything, you had $5,000, let me show you what a bad friend look like. So when she left back out the Airbnb, I called the bus station and I left on the earliest bus I could. I left her in New York. And then on my way to Baltimore on the bus, remind you, she also tried to tell me that her bank was only in Maryland and we were in New York. I don't remember what bank she said it was. So I actually wound up calling the one that wasn't far from my Airbnb while I was on the bus because I left her in New York since I was such a bad friend throughout the whole trip. And they told me if she had her ID, she could have withdrew some money and been fine. She could have even got a whole new card printed out and been fine. Really. And me being a good person I am, even though she didn't threaten me, tried to cuss me out, said I was a bad person, a bad friend for losing her card, even though I paid for the vast majority of the stuff that was on this mini trip that we took, and she had $5,000 in her bank account. Like, it wasn't, you know, nice of her to try to at least ask if she had to chip in or if she could chip in. Like, you volunteered yourself to come. You could at least offer to help with some of the stuff. Like, you didn't offer not once. But I'm a bad person and I'm a bad friend. We weren't even friends. So it was just a lot. And then even though she did all of that, even when the bank told me that she could go withdraw some money or get a holding card, I sent her that information via text. And she still was trying to cuss me out. So I just was like, nope, I'm ignoring it. But yeah, you guys, that was the worst trip ever. Like, ever. I promise you I could go somewhere by myself, meet new people, and still have a good time. I promise you. But that was the story time of my worst trip ever. I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment in the comments who you think was right, who you think was wrong. And it is story time. Comment in the comment section if you think I was wrong or if you think she was dead wrong. And make sure you subscribe down below. Click the bell for notifications. Give this video a thumbs up. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.